Hello friends, welcome back at Max Programming, and I know that you will be seeing something different today in the on your video. So it's actually the Linux Mint operating system that I have installed. It's not Windows now, so I'll be using Linux Mint for from now for the programming videos, because it's Linux is is very important for programmers. Okay, so Windows is just for basic uses. We can do the programming in that, but Linux is very good, you know platform for programming. So you can download the Visual Studio Code there also if you are on Linux. Then, and if you want to install this Linux Mint, I'll not be making any tutorial. You can just search it and then install it. It's free, open source. With dual boot you can install it. So you know to use it, to create some folders, to create the files, I'll not be using the GUI, to create new document, create new folder. I'll not be using that. I'll be using this terminal, because I found that typing is very important. So when I do typing, it's very fast. That's the reason I'll be using this terminal now. And first of all, if you don't know the commands of this terminal, so you can use the GUI, and whatever you want you can use. This terminal is great that I will be using. So if you want, you can follow with me and write the commands right there. So cd desktop, which will take us to a desktop, and now we are going to create one folder. So I will say mkdir, and then the folder name will be web. Okay, so here we are with this web folder, and then I'll just go into web. So now I'll create one file which will be no first the HTML file. Okay, so I'll use the touch. We'll say web page.html. Okay, I'll press enter. We have got it. If we open it up, you can see that I'll be creating a video for Windows CMD and this Linux terminal also. The basic things that you can do with this, so that you also be fast in this particular thing. Okay, so we have this web page.html over here, and I'm going to close it with the exit command, and we are done with it. Now we have created our folder. Now we will right click on it, and we'll say open with Visual Studio Code. So it will open up our folder directly in the Visual Studio Code, and we are going to start again. So in the previous tutorial we learned many things, that the headings, the paragraphs, how to say it, that I will be putting it right here. And okay, so now one more thing I want to introduce you is the live server. You can go in the extensions tab, and you can search for live server. Okay, so this live server is an extension in Visual Studio Code. I showed you the extension of material theme, and it's live server. Now this extension, when you install it and then reload your Visual Studio Code, you will get this go live option, or there's no need to reload. Just go over here in the command palette and search and just say live server. So this open with live server, you can see OPE. So when you press enter, then what it will do is it will create a server for you which will be live. Okay, so what's this? Okay, so there are two Visual Studio Codes open. I'm going to close this one. Okay, now when you click this go live button, you will get that also. If you don't get, you can reload your Visual Studio Code. Now when you click this go live button, it will create a server for you which will be live. Okay, so whatever you do the coding over here, it will be shown over here. Okay, so first of all we'll create our HTML document. I'll click on it again to dispose it, okay, to make it offline. And now let's open up our web page.html. which is our HTML file, and here I'll be writing HTML file. Now this snippet, okay, it's called a snippet, which generates whole code for us. Okay, so when I press enter over here, so it will generate this HTML file code over. I'll just clear these three tags because we don't need them right now, and I'll teach you what are they. Okay, so we have this HTML file as we saw in the previous tutorial. Now when we click on go live, we can get it. We can get the Chrome open. Now there is no Chrome in Linux over here. There's Chromium browser. Okay, it's an alternative of Chrome. So I'm going to put it right here. Okay, and I'll be just making it as small as I can, because we want our Visual Studio Code to do work properly, to see the codes properly. I'll make it small, and I'll make this one big. Okay, so that you can see the codes. Now it will be the same if you are using Windows, then it will be the same interface, just this font is different, and this Chromium is just the same. Okay, so we have seen what is title. Okay, so let's continue with that. Title, I want to change from document to, I will change text formatting, because we are going to learn that. Now the moment I changed this text formatting, it got changed over here. Okay, it was document before that. Now when you do live server, before that you have to go to your settings, and you have to search autosave here, and then in this drop down box select after delay. Okay, and right here 300 milliseconds. Okay, so it will automatically save your files whenever you get your hands out of the keyboard. Okay, now text formatting, I've written that. Now I want to write a paragraph which will be bold. Okay, let's write a paragraph. Now how I created this, I wrote P and then I pressed enter, which is a snippet actually. So P, inside it I will be writing a paragraph. So I'll say this is a paragraph. You can see the changes right there in the browser. Okay, so this is a paragraph actually. Now if I want to copy this line, I can just say Control C, and this line is now copied. Wait a moment, I'll just go over here. No, not in the settings. No, wait a second. Okay, now whatever I'll be typing, you can get to see that. Now this is a paragraph I've written. Now when I press Control C, it copies this. Okay, now what I'll do is I'll press Control V, so it pastes it. As you can see, we have got our second paragraph also. Now if I want this paragraph to be bold, what can I do? I can just say B over here. Okay, so I can just say B, and this will be generated. Wait a moment. B. Okay, so this is the snippet for here. So this B tag, I'm just gonna copy, cut this, and then paste it over here. So here we are with this B tag, and now you can see this is a paragraph, and this is a paragraph. This is bolded. Okay, and now let's just copy this line, and let's go down, paste this. Now if you want to make a text italic, you can use the I. Okay, now I changed this tag. You will be seeing that hey, you changed this tag also got changed. Okay, so in your system it will not be there. For that you need to install an extension, which is actually auto rename tag. Okay, so you can just install that, and you don't need to reload your Visual Studio Code, and whatever you type inside your tag, it will be auto renamed. Okay, so if I type anything over here, it will be auto renamed. But wait a second. Okay, now if I say I tag. If I want to create an I tag, so I say I tag, and then I just 1 2 3 4 cut this and then paste this. So it's an italic text, as you can see. I'll just write bold over here. This is a bold paragraph, and this is an italic paragraph. Okay, so it's italic text. Now you've got what is italic, what is bold text. How can we create this? I'll just say Control V to create another paragraph tag. Now this will be small text. Okay, so we are going to create small text. I'll say this is a small text. Okay, so it will now, instead of I'll be writing small over here. Now this will also be changing because auto rename tag, I've got that extension. This is a small paragraph. Now if you want to see the difference between small and big, you can place them side by side. Okay, I'll paste that again, and here I'll say big text, big paragraph, sorry, and a big paragraph, and here I'll say big, which is actually big tag that you can use, and this is a big paragraph. Okay, and normal, there is also a tag for normal text, which is regular text actually. No, there is no tag for that, I'm sorry. Now let's go down and let's paste that. Now we are going to do something called superscripting or subscripting. Okay, so I'm just gonna go over here. Okay, so now these paragraph tags you can see. Now what I'm gonna do is if you want to write any for example science formula, so what can you do is, for example, if I want to write a science formula, I say p tag, and I say water equals to, now I want to write the formula over here. So water equals, now this will be allowed right now. I'll be saying what are escape characters and how you can use it. So this will be allowed right now. Okay, water equals, I'll say H2O. Now whenever you say H2O, this text will appear over here, H2O. You want this 2 down. Okay, in the science formulas we say it's down. Okay, downwards. So what you do is, now between this H and O there is 2. So what we'll do is, we'll just create tag which will be sub tag. Okay, right here I'll say sub, and I close it. Right now I'm gonna cut this and I'm gonna paste it right here. So it's actually the subscript tag. Subscript tag makes anything subscripted. Now it's here because we have a space over it. Okay, so subscript tag makes the thing subscripted, means it makes it downwards. So now I think you've got what is subscription, and now I'll copy that, I'll paste that, and now you don't want water, you want something like math formulas. Okay, so I'm just gonna erase these. Okay, now you want a math formula which is 25 equals 5 raised to 2, which is actually 5 square. Okay, so 5 raised to 2 you want. Now this 2 is not upwards. Okay, this 2 isn't upwards. So what we will do for that, we have a tag called sup, which is superscript tag for that. Okay, so I'm going to create the tag sup and then cut that right there, and yeah, I can paste it here. So we have it, as you can see, this 25 equals 5 square. Now we are done with it. In this video I just showed you the text formatting. We'll move on to other topics very soon. Okay, so till now it's just this. Stay tuned for other videos. Hit the like if you like this video, subscribe to my channel.